Hello everybody, my name is Colin, this is Lunalight. Welcome back to another video. Today in this one it's going to be another deck profile video, and in this one it's going to be my deck profile on Lunalight post-Duelist Advance. Yes, Duelist Advance has come out and it's given a lot of good support to Lunalight. Lunalight is actually kind of insane. Now, at the NAWCQ, it wasn't really that well represented. It only got one top in the top 64, but I think this deck is very much underrated. I think this deck is really, really good. Yes, there is some problems with the deck, and we'll talk about it once we get there, but I feel like this deck is really, really good, and not that many people are giving it credit for right now. So I wanted to make a deck profile video, especially before Justice Hunters, because once Justice Hunter comes around, I'll probably be talking about all the decks out of Justice Hunters. So I wanted to make a deck profile talking about this deck before I start talking about the Justice Hunter decks that come out next week. But yeah, I played this in a couple tournaments, actually. I played it in 2 Win-A-Match tournaments at the NAWCQ, and then I played it in a locals as well. And honestly, it's actually not that bad. The 2 Win-A-Match, one of them I did terrible, but again, I was still, so the things I will say about the Win-A-Match is I was still very much learning the deck, so I was still trying to learn the combos and stuff like that. So one of the Win-A-Match, I failed straight away, but I saw the potential. I'm like, oh my god, like game 2, I probably should have won if I knew how to play my deck, and especially if I knew my deck. Like, I thought I had a third Perfume in the deck, and I did not. And then in the second Win-A-Match, I made it to the finals where I versed Memento and just got my ass destroyed to Memento, but that's because he opened Fua, Lancia, plus Droplet all in game 2. If he didn't open any of those, I'd probably win that game too. And then in the locals, I got to the finals of locals as well versus Memento once again. Made it to a game 3, and if he didn't have a called by, I'd probably win the game as well. He pretty much just had all the interaction, and I played through all of it. The called by is what ended up stopping me and ended up losing that game. So even though I haven't won a tournament with this, I still think this deck is very, very much underrated. But I've talked enough. Now let's get into the deck profile. So obviously we'll start off with the main deck stuff first. Starting off with the Lunalight monsters, we have 3 Lunalight Gold Leo, 2 Lunalight Kaleido Chick, 2 Yellow Martin, might be a little interesting. We're playing 2 Silverhound. We're playing, for one of now, we're playing 1 Emerald Bird, 1 Black Sheep, 1 Wolf, and 1 Tiger. So a lot of monsters were on today. So yeah, a little bit interesting. So the 3 Gold Leo is pretty standard. This is your pretty much like 1 card combo, if you like to say. This is your main starter for the deck. If you can get to this, you're pretty much in a good position. This gets you to the rest of the archetype. So this is the card you do want to open. So we're playing 3 Gold Leo. We're playing 2 Chick. I think you do have to play 2. I thought about playing it at 1 for a long time because you don't necessarily need it, but it is super important to the deck. If this card gets banished, you want to have a second one in your deck to make sure you can keep playing your game. So I think you do have to play the 2 Kaleido Chick. This guy just dumps everything into the graveyard, helps you fusion summon, it turns into names and stuff like that. It's a really, really solid card. And also its banish effect is not terrible either, like making it where your opponent can't activate anything in the battle phase is pretty nice. It helps you for the OTKs, and it's when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect to add a poly is also very solid as well. I am on 2 Yellow Martin. You might see some lists maybe playing 1 of this. I am playing 2 just because I think the value of Yellow Martin is really nice. Not only can it do the graveyard effect, or hand or graveyard effect, where it can bounce back a Lunalight to special itself, which can help you get out of locks, which is exactly Silverhound. It also is just really good when you fusion summon with it because it can search a Lunalight spell trap. I wanted to play 2 of this because I think if this card gets banished, you lose a lot of your ability to play through stuff. So I wanted to play 2 just to make sure I can play through stuff. I'm on 2 Silverhound. This is one of those cards I maybe consider cutting to 1. I think like in the grind match you do need 2 of them because its effects are insane. The first one, when sent to the graveyard by card effect, can be able to special a Lunalight from deck. It does lock you while that Lunalight monster is on the field, which is very annoying, by the way. It's the only card that locks you in the entire archetype, which is annoying as fuck because sometimes if they know how to interrupt you, if they make it where you can't get out of the lock, then you pretty much lose the game if you can't fusion something, right? So this is the only one problem I feel with the deck is this card locking you into Lunalight really does suck, but you do have to play it because this makes it where like it's a 1 card combo of a Gold Leo and stuff like that. Also, its graveyard effect is pretty nice. It's a spell trap negate if you banish a Lunalight fusion as well. So I am playing 2 of this just so I have a second one for like turn 3s and stuff like that. I am playing 1 Emerald Bird. This is the 1 card I decided, like when I first started building the deck, I'm like, do I really need this card? And yes you do. You really do need this card. This card is absolutely insane. It helps you. Its on-field effect is really never really that used. It could come up by technicality. I have triggered the effect a couple times, but you don't necessarily need the top effect. It's the bottom effect that matters for Emerald Bird, where if it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, it can reborn a level 4 or lower Lunalight from your graveyard or banishment, which is pretty nice. That's what it's mainly used for, and I've used this. This effect has come up in pretty much every single game I played. It just helps you extend through stuff. It's like, I think, even though in theory you might not want to play it, I think in practice you do have to play this card, unfortunately. But it's really good. It's really good. Trust me, it's a really good card. I am playing one Black Sheep. A lot of people might be on 2 of this card. I've decided just to play on 1 because I'm trying not to brick as much. Just because this tip by technicality doesn't really help you get to combo. Like, sure, it gets you to the polymerization, which is nice, but you still have to open other Lunalights with it for it to get the value and stuff like that. So I'm only playing it at just 1, but you do expect people to see like 2 of them. I have seen a lot of people play 2 of this card, but I'm just playing it at the 1 just because I'm trying not to brick with the deck. We're already on like a lot of 2-ofs that might brick you, like Kaleido Chick and Yellow Martin and stuff like that, so I'm only playing the 1 Black Sheep. But again, don't be surprised if people are playing 2 of this card. I've thought about playing 2 of this card. I wouldn't put it against you if you play this card at 2 because it is a very solid card, especially since it's not a once per turn, which is fucking dumb as fuck. But I am playing it at just 1. And then the 2 Pendulums, 1 Wolf, 1 Tiger. Wolf is just your Miracle Fusion for the deck. You do want to play this because it's another way to fusion summon in your deck, but it can also banish cards from the graveyard, which helps you, get to your big dude in Liger Dancer very easily. And then Lunalight Tiger as well is just a reborn, which is very nice. This card has been limited in the past, or banned in the past, if I'm not mistaken, for a reason, because its reborn effect is a soft once per turn, and this deck has so many ways to take advantage of bouncing it back to hand and then activating, getting another reborn and stuff like that. But I'm only playing 1. I think playing more than 1 is probably going to help you brick, which again, I'm trying not to brick with the deck. And also, these are pendulum scales, so if you draw both of them with like a level 4 Lunalight, you can just pendulum summon, which is kind of nice as well. I have done that like once or twice. I haven't done it that much, but it is something that you can do as well. You can only pendulum summon Lunalights, which matters, but again, most of the deck is just Lunalight names. Anyway, so this is it when it comes to main monster stuff. Again, some people might be on 2 Black Sheep and maybe cut Yellow Martin down to 1. But again, I like the value of Yellow Martin getting off the fusion, something like that. Silverhound, I think you do have to play it 2 just because it is just nice in like the grind match and stuff like that. Now on to the spell traps, if I can get all the monsters out of the way. So on to the spell traps here. We are on 3 Lunalight Masquerade. We are on, surprisingly enough, 3 Foolish Barrel Goods. Yes, I will talk about this in just 1 second. We are on 2 Lunalight Perfume, 1 Foolish, 1 Poly, 1 Lunalight Fusion, and 1 Serenade Dance. And yes, you are seeing this correctly. I am not playing Tanky in this list. So I'll talk about Tanky first before we talk about the actual cards itself. Why am I not playing Tanky? Well, 1, I'm not trying to lose the Droll. I'm sorry, I'm just not trying to lose the Droll. It's the same. Yeah, I'm just trying not to lose the Droll. The problem with this deck is it has a hard time playing through Drolls, but I have figured out lines where you can play through Droll pretty well. But the problem with that is Tanky, if you're playing Tanky, makes it where it's a lot harder to play through Droll. So that's the reason why I'm just not playing Tanky. I was playing Fractal for a little bit. Still, like, I was maybe playing 2 Fractal, no Tanky. Like, you can still play Fractal in this list if you want to, but I decided I'm going to cut down on less Fractals to put a little bit more non-engine in the deck. So that's the reason why you didn't see Fractal in the monster main deck. But yeah, I'm not playing Tanky. If I would play Tanky, I'd only play 1 Tanky. Like, I'd play 1 Tanky, 1 Fractal, and then put the extra deck dude that can set Tanky in the extra deck. But I'm just not playing Tanky. Again, I just don't want to lose the Droll. Like, that's the one thing with the deck I'm prioritizing, is trying not to lose to Droll and Lockbird. So that's the reason why I'm not playing Tanky. But for the actual spell traps we were playing, 3 Lunalight Masquerade is insane card. It's not on activation, but during the main phase of the turn it was activated. You can just send a Lunalight monster from deck to graveyard, which helps you play. It's a technical 1-card combo as well, because it just dumps Silverhound, go with Goldeo, search Chick. I guess you have to discard another card, but then you can play from there. It's a really good card, and then it's a bottom effect where it can add back polymerization from graveyard, then discard a card to make it where it can be a Miracle Fusion. Also very nice, makes it where you have multiple Miracle Fusions in your deck. You do have to play 3 of this card. This card is just way too good not to play at 3. I am playing 3 Foolish Barrel Goods. This might be a little interesting. This is the card I'm playing over Tanky. Maybe not that many people are on this, but I really do like Foolish Barrel Goods. I'm not on Black Goat or anything in the main deck. You could play that maybe in the side deck, but I'm not playing it in the main deck just because, again, trying not to brick as much. So I'm playing 3 Foolish Barrel Goods with the 2 Perfume and 1 or Serenade Dance. You only play Serenade Dance if you're playing Foolish Barrel Goods. If you're not playing Foolish Barrel Goods, you don't play Serenade Dance. But Serenade Dance is really good because this is pretty much a Silver Hound effect, but it doesn't lock you, which is very important to me because of how I play the deck. I like not being locked into stuff, so just being able to dump this off the Serenade, or dump Serenade Dust off of Foolish Barrel Goods, and being able to play while not being locked into stuff is really nice. It's an extender, doesn't waste your normal summon, which is very nice, so I do like Foolish Barrel Goods in this deck a lot. 2 Perfume, I'm not playing 3, I want to play 3, but I don't think you can because it is enough of a brick where you don't necessarily want to draw it, even though in some hands, like, drawing it is nice, but I think if you play 3, there's more of a chance for you to brick. It's searchable in the deck. The new extra deck monster can search this, which is pretty nice. It's a very, very good card all around. I'm never really dumping this off of Foolish Barrel Goods unless I draw Serenade Dance. Then I dump this and then just discard the Serenade Dance off of Perfume's Graveyard effect. But yeah, this is the reason why I'm playing Foolish Barrel Goods. I think Foolish Barrel Goods is really, really good. Just because it doesn't waste your normal summon, it doesn't, play into Droll, unlike Tanky does. Sure, you're playing the Brick and Serenade Dance, which is kind of the problem with it, but I think it's enough where it doesn't waste your normal summon, it doesn't lock you. I think it's a really good card for you to play in this deck. I'm playing 1 Foolish Barrel just because it is just another dump from the deck, which you have a lot of things to dump. It helps you extend. It helps you start. It's a starter, extender, whatever kind of thing, whatever you want it to be. I'm playing 1 Poly, 1 Lunalight Fusion. I think this is pretty standard. Poly is searchable off of Black Sheep. And then Lunalight Fusion is searchable off of Yellow Mart. And it also has like going second applications where it can fuse from the deck or extra deck if your opponent controls an extra deck monster as well. But I think those are pretty standard as well. So that is it when it comes to the spell traps. Now on to the non-engine I was playing. Let me just quickly pack this up real quick. Alright, so non-engine. We are on 3 Molcharmy Fuas, 3 Drolls and Luckbirds. We are on 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 2 Nibiru, 1 Magna, 1 Druis, 1 Called By, and then the last card being triple Dominus Impulse. Yes, this is one of those decks that can play Dominus Impulse because all your decks are dark, and that's legit it. Maybe it turns off like Cross Sheep in the extra deck, but you don't necessarily care about that. So Impulse is just a very good hand trap that this deck can play, so you do play Impulse. Fua is just one of the best going second cards in the game. I'm not playing any other Charming to go on top of it in the main deck. I may in the side deck I'm playing more, but not in the main deck. I just like the 1 Charming in the main deck, and that's Fua. 3 Droll and Lockbird. I think Droll is just too relevant in this format where you don't like. This is one of those cards I want to cut, but I don't want to cut. Like I want to throw like more non-engine in, like another different non-engine slot. But I think Droll is just a little too powerful in this format where you do have to play it in the main deck. Ash Blossom is just to stop the Charmies. I will say this with every deck list I played Ash Blossom in. I don't like Ash that much, but it does stop the Charmies. So I think you do have to play Ash Blossom, unfortunately. We are on 2 Nibs. Sorry, one of the Nibs got covered up here. We're on 2 Nibiru, the Primal Being. Technically conflicts with Impulse, but if you draw Impulse and Nibiru, you probably just wait and activate Nibiru first and then do Impulse afterwards. But I'm only on 2. I don't think you necessarily need to play 3. This was perfectly fine. Like in any deck list I was playing, I think 2 was perfectly fine. I'm on one of each Bestial. I just like Bestials in this format, so I was playing 1 Magna, 1 Druisword. And the 1 Called By to help you play through like Droll and Lockbirds and stuff, which is really the only card you care about. Like if you get Charming, you pretty much like, okay, like sure, Called By still stops the Charming, which you're going to do. But if you get Charming, you're like, okay, make double Liger Dancer and just, hope to God they didn't draw the outs, right? But yeah, I'm playing the 1 Called By just to help you play through hand traps and stuff like that as well. And we already talked about Impulse. I think this is 17, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, yeah, 17 non-engine. So it's a 42 card deck, so a 25 card main deck for engine, and then 17 for non-engine. So yeah, that is it for the non-engine part. Now let's get into the extra deck, shall we? Let me just pack all this up real quick. Put this over here. Alright, ooh, I just dropped everything. Fuck. Okay, I only dropped like 2 things, but I did not mean to drop it. Okay, starting off with the fusions. We are on 2 Perfume Dancer and a shit ton of one-ofs. 1 Cat Dancer, 1 Saber Dancer, 1 Panther Dancer, one Leo Dancer, and then, of course, the 2 Liger Dancer. So this is pretty much the game plan now, is to get to exactly this card, because this card is unaffected by card effects except for Lunalights, which makes the mirror match a little interesting. But yeah, this is pretty much your guy. It's unaffected, so it's already an asshole to out because it has 3,800 attack as well, but also has a quick effect where you can send one Lunalight extra deck monster from your graveyard, or extra deck to graveyard, to wipe all special summon monsters your opponent controls. So it's a board wipe as well, which is fucking wild. So this is the game plan. You get to this card. This is what you're trying to do. The other cards we're playing, 2 Perfume Dancer, is also new. This searches Lunalight Perfume on Fusion Summon, and then can target one Lunalight monster or Lunalight card on the field, bounce it back to hand, then special summon a Lunalight monster from your hand. That's an optional effect, so that does matter. But it helps you like loop like Kaleido Chick if you need to dump more cards off of Kaleido Chick. Helps dump like loop Wolf if you want multiple fusion summons. It loops Tiger if you want multiple graveyard or reborns from the graveyard, which is very nice as well. And again, the special from hand is optional, which matters a lot, because if you bounce back Tiger and was forced to summon out from hand, sometimes you get into a lot of situations where you only have like 1 or 2 cards in your hand. If you bounce back Tiger and force a special Tiger, it'd be really bad, but it is optional to special, which is nice. And so we talked about these 2. These are like the best fusion summons you want to get to. This searches Perfume, and it helps loop. Its graveyard effect is very nice as well. Being able to reduce attack, we can banish it to reduce the attack of your opponent's monster is really insane as well. Helps OTK. So this is kind of the game plan it's trying to do now. So why the fuck am I playing these 3 fusions here? Well, Leo Dancer will be self-explanatory. Leo Dancer helps you is what you're forced to use to get to Liger Dancer. So you have to send this to the graveyard to make Chick a Leo Dancer, so you can help get into a Liger Dancer. Or if you need to hit this in graveyard for a Wolf activation. So this card is just, you have to play it because it's a fusion requirement for Liger Dancer. This is the reason why you have to play the Leo Dancer as well. But why am I playing these 3? So these 2, I think I'll start off first. Cat Dancer, actually, these 2 actually do come up. So you're playing Saber Dancer because you can send this off a Liger Dancer to trigger the the wipe. But its graveyard effect to banish itself to make a Lunalight fusion monster, gain 3,000 attack for the turn. Very important as well, because you can make a Liger Dancer 6,800 that can attack twice, so it helps OTK. But it's also, I've also fusion summoned this card as well, just being able to special summon this card. It's gains 200 attack for each Beast Warrior in the graveyard, so you can actually, if you go like full combo, make it huge as fuck. It's Grave or Banishment, so it's actually huge as fuck as well. It's not hard to make, it only requires 3 Lunalight monsters to make as well. I'm also playing Cat Dancer as well. This is very interesting, but this has come up. If in the Memento game I lost in the Winamap, if I actually kept Cat Dancer in the extra deck, I actually would have won the game. So if you don't know what Cat Dancer does, it can't be destroyed by battle, but it can tribute a Lunalight monster on field to make it where the first time your opponent's monsters would be destroyed by battle, they're not. And then it can attack each monster twice each, and then each time you declare an attack with this card, it inflicts 100 attack. So I got to a point where I was able to make both of these on field, so I made it where if I had a Cat Dancer in the extra deck, I could have made this a clear everything and then attack with this, which was like 5k, which would have been an OTK. So even though, like, by technicality, you're playing this just so you have more Lunalight monsters in your extra deck to dump off of, this only requires 2 Lunalight monsters to make, so it's actually not that hard to make. And then this also does come up. A Graveyard effect is like the main priority of why you're playing this, but its on-field effect, or like if you actually summon this, is actually not that bad either. And then I'm playing 1 Panther Descent. This is like the one card you could cut by technicality. This never really comes up. The reason why I'm playing it is just so I have a dump off of Liger Dancer or Chick straight away. So there's a lot of time I want to dump off Chick to turn on Silverhound's Graveyard effect to negate a spell trap to play around like Dominus Impulse or something like that. But I don't have like these fusions. I don't want to dump. Like, especially if I'm considering playing like, oh, I can get to 2 Liger Dancers, so I'm going to play 2, I'm going to try to keep both in the extra deck. I'm like, okay, I just need a worthless fusion I can dump off a Kaleido Chick, just so I have a fusion in the extra deck. And Panther Dancer is that, basically, because I don't want to dump the second Perfume, because I, a lot of the time, end up fusion summoning 2 Perfumes in like a grind match. So that's the reason why I'm playing Panther Dancer, just so I have a worthless extra deck fusion I can just dump to graveyard just to turn on Silverhound's graveyard effect. So, and that's another thing of why am I playing 2 Liger but not only 1 Leo? Because a lot of the times you can get to 2 Liger Dancer with only the 1 Leo, because you can dump this off a Kaleido Chick, fusion summon with the Kaleido Chick on field that's currently named Leo Dancer to fuse into 1 Liger, and then use like a Wolf to use the Leo Dancer from the graveyard to go into the second Liger Dancer. So even though I'm playing one Leo Dancer, it is still very much possible to get to both Liger Dancers with just the one Leo Dancer. So that is it for the fusions. Now for the rest of the extra deck. So links, I'm just playing 3 generic ones, 3 IP, 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Cross Sheep. This is just very generic stuff. I've made this IP, SP all the time. Cross Sheep is kind of the same idea. The idea with Cross Sheep is there, but like, it is cuttable, in my opinion. I don't really use that Cross Sheep that much. It does come up, so there's a reason why it's in the extra deck. It does come up, but it's not as necessary as you think it is. But that is it for the Link monsters in my extra deck. And then for XYZs, 1 Baguska, 1 Exciton, 1 Dugars, and 1 Outer Entities Nyarla. So, I'm playing Baguska. This is mandatory in this deck, is to play Baguska. This is your backup plan. If you can't get the Liger Dancer, then you make Baguska and hope to God they can't play through a Baguska. So this is your backup plan if you can't get to Liger Dancer. If they hand trapped you enough or like something like that, you just make a Baguska and just hope to God that's enough. That's really the game plan. This is your backup game plan. If you can't get the Liger Dancer, you make a Baguska. Now you can, if you go full combo, you can make Baguska plus Liger Dancer, but in reality, if you're getting hand trapped, this is just your backup plan if you can't get to the Liger Dancer. I'm playing 1 Exciton. This might be a little weird, but I wanted to play a rank 4 that like just wipes the field. Like you can make rank 4 like it's your job in this deck, and there's only 1 card that locks you in your deck. So I wanted to play an Exciton Knight just in case. It's come up like a couple times. I've never made it because I think my opponent's like caught on to it. Like, oh shit, he can make an Exciton Knight here, so let's wipe the field kind of thing, or let's get rid of the monsters kind of thing. So, but like I think Exciton, just having it in the extra deck is fine. The 1 Dugars also just comes up for combos. Being able to reborn a guy is very, very nice. So yes, you do have to play Dugars in the extra deck as well. And then 1 Outer Entities Nyarla. This card hasn't come up as much. The idea is if you can overlay like a Yellow Martin or something like something that would trigger off a card effect that's currently on field, you make an Nyarla, use the effect, and then since it detaches for effect, the Lunalight monster will be detached for effect, which can help trigger their effect in graveyard. Now, in reality, it hasn't come up like that ever. Like, it has never really come up that way. So if you really want to cut this, if you really want to play something like Tanky in the deck, you can cut this for the I forget the extra deck name, but the guy that can set Tanky, the rank 4. So if you want to play that, you can cut this and put that in there, and then put Tanky in the deck if you really want to as well. But that is it for the extra deck. Yeah, so I see I was talking for a little bit, so I do have a side deck, so I'm gonna hurry up and try to do the side deck. It is very generic. The only card I really want to talk about is one certain card that we'll get to in just 1 second. So we are on 3 Moltres Pirellia and 3 Lancia. Again, this is pretty just generic stuff. Pirellia just against like Vanquish Soul. This is just good when you know you're going second. Same Lancia when you verse like Orcus, what's their name? Malice, or even the mirror match, it comes up a lot. So Lancia does have a lot of things. It's just a generic side deck there. The one card I do want to talk about, Heavy Polys. Yes, I think you do play Heavy Poly. This card's insane. I'm playing 3 of it. I think this card is very insane. I feel like when you're going second, if you draw this card, you just auto-win the game, so you do want to play this card. It's not a once per turn, so if you draw multiple, it's actually not that bad, especially if one of them gets negated. This card just is very insane when you know you're going second. It's just pretty much an auto-win con, because this helps you get to Liger Dancer straight away, which is really, really good. I really do like Heavy Poly in this deck, so I think you do have to play 3 of it in your side deck. And then the rest is just 2 Lightning Storms, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Cross Out, just because of Droll and stuff like that as well. And then one more card I'm playing is technically Salesman as well. I don't know how necessary this is. I am playing it in the side deck just in case, but like you can like turn 1, like when you know you're going first, call Droll and Lockbird, which is very nice as well. But going second against like Mitsu Rizel, this is not that bad against either. So that there is an idea there as well. But that is it for the deck. Let me just quickly pack all this stuff up one more time. So yeah, that is it for the deck profile. Now let's get into the combos. Alrighty, now on to the combo portion of the video here. So I have 3 combos to show you. Number 1 is just going to be a 1-card combo involving Gold Leo here. Number 2 is going to be a 1-card combo, or 1.5 card combo, but it's going to be able to play through Droll and Lockbird, which I think is a very important thing, because how I built my deck is try to play around Droll and Lockbird, so the combos are a lot different compared to if you watch someone else play this deck. So that's the reason why I want to show you a combo that plays through Droll and Lockbird and stuff like that. And then number 3, I'm going to be drawing a 5-card hand and just playing from there, just to kind of show you how I play the deck and stuff like that as well. One kind of thing I want to say before this as well, it's nice to know one-card combos, but in my opinion, yes, again, like I just said, it's nice to know the one-card combo, but you should be going off of like 2 to 3 card combos, because those combos are going to be a lot more resilient into hand traps and stuff like that. Like, think about it. If they just Imperm or Ash this Yugioh, I'm fucked, right? So you want to more play off of 2 to 3 card combos, which is the reason why I'm showing you the you know, I draw 5 cards in hand and play with the cards I draw with that hand, just to show you, you know, 2 to 3 card combos and stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado though, let's get into the combos, shall we? So starting off with just a Yugioh, we'll go to main phase, go Yugioh effect, add Silverhound, and then discard Silverhound effect. Now you might want to add like Yellow Martin or something like that. Again, trying to play around Droll and Lockbird as much as possible. So we go Silverhound, special Chick here. And then go Chick effect to go ahead and dump Black Sheep, and then Yugioh, add back Black Sheep to your hand. Then Black Sheep effect to go discard itself and search for a Polymerization. Then go Polymerization to go ahead and fuse into Perfume Dancer. We'll go Perfume Dancer, Chainlink 1, Kaleido Chick, Chainlink 2 to add back the Poly from your graveyard there. And then add Perfume off of Lunalight, Perfume Dancer. Then go Perfume effect, special back Chick. And then go ahead and go Chick effect, dumping Yellow Martin. Then go Perfume effect, target Chick, add it back to hand, and then use the optional special summon effect to special back Chick from the hand. Then go Chick effect to dump out Leo Dancer from the extra deck to graveyard here. Now we can go Perfume Dancer effect, discarding the Polymerization to go ahead and add Lunalight Wolf here. Then link into a Cross Sheep here, go Lunalight Wolf effect, banishing Perfume, Yugioh, Black Sheep, and Leo Dancer to go ahead and special out Liger Dancer. Cross Sheep effect will trigger to special back the Kaleido Chick, and then go effect of the Kaleido Chick to dump the Panther Dancer, and then go Yellow Martin effect, add back Wolf, special itself to the field. Now, hopefully in editing, I put an asterisk on when I was talking about Panther Dancer. This could technically just be a second Leo Dancer, and it would still do a lot of stuff. Again, this was just like a kind of a worthless fusion I put in just so you can kind of dump off a Chick. So this could just be a second Leo Dancer. Again, hopefully I put that in editing somewhere when in the deck profile. But if this is a second Leo Dancer, you can go ahead and overlay these two into a Nyarla. Effect Nyarla, just attach, I don't know, I guess Panther Dancer is fine. Detaching these two for effect. Yellow Martin would trigger to get Masquerade. Then link off the Nyarla and Cross Sheep to go into an SP play. And then your graveyard would be Yellow Martin, Kaleido Chick, Panther Dancer, and Silverhound engraved. You would just activate Wolf again, fusing, if this Panther Dancer was a Leo Dancer, into a second Liger Dancer, which would be 2 Liger Dancers and an SP play, which would be very, very nice if you play a second Leo Dancer instead. But in this case, I don't have the second Leo Dancer, so in this case, we can just overlay for Baguska and then just pass on that. So that's kind of 2 ways you can take that combo, depending on what your extra deck is. Since I'm playing the Panther Dancer, this is kind of the only thing you could do with the 1 card, which is 1 Liger Dancer and a Baguska, which is still not bad because you have a spell trap negate as well with Silverhound in graveyard. The Cross Sheep is just kind of left on field. But if this is a Leo Dancer instead, you can make this being an SP and then double Liger Dancer instead. So that's your 1 card combo you can play off. Now let's get into the 1 card combo that plays through Droll and Lockbird. Alrighty, now on to the combo that can play through Droll and Lockbird. Now, this is very important. To do this combo, you must have another monster in graveyard, just because of how things are being rolled right now with Dugars. But once we get there, we will talk about it. So, just very important, try to get a monster into graveyard here. So, we're going to do Foolish Burial Goods as our starter this time around. We're going to dump Serenade Dance. Oh, nope, don't fast forward. We go Serenade Dance effect, banishing itself, discarding the Fool for effect to summon out Yugioh. Yugioh effect to go ahead and same thing here, add and then discard Silverhound effect. Chainlink to Droll and Lockbird should trigger here as well. We'll summon out Kaleido Chick. So we're now under Droll and Lockbird. Now we can go Kaleido Chick effect, dumping Wolf to graveyard. Then going Yugioh effect, add back Wolf from the graveyard here. Then go Wolf effect, banishing the Yugioh on field, and then the Silverhound from graveyard to go ahead and summon out Perfume Dancer. Perfume Dancer effect, target Chick, and then re-special out Chick. Chick effect to go ahead and dump Yellow Martin. Then Yellow Martin effect, targeting Wolf to special itself back to the field. Then overlay here into a Dugaris. Now, the ruling question here is, there's a Dugaris effect in the graveyard. So you can detach 2, then activate one of the following effects. We're going to be using the effect to skip the main phase, but special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position. Now, there's a really weird thing that you have to ask your head judge about how Dugars triggers. Can Dugars trigger that effect if there's no monsters in graveyard, kind of thing? How it's been ruled in a lot of things I've seen being ruled is that you still have to have a monster in the graveyard to trigger that Dugars effect. So that's the reason why I put Fua in the graveyard. So we're going to consider it that ruling, but we have the Fua engraved. So we go effect detach 2, and then we can just since we did have the monster, that is a legal activation, but since it doesn't target, we can just respecial the chick that we just detached there. Now we can go chick effect and now dump the Leo Dancer to graveyard, then use Perfume Dancer and chick to go into an IP play, go Wolf effect here. Wolf effect, just banishing all the Lunalight that we had in graveyard at that point, because we did have the 4, which plus Leo Dancer gets you into the Liger Dancer here. And then that's pretty much it there. You have an IP play with Dugars that can help you get into an SP, and you have a Liger Dancer that's just unaffected and a board wipe as well. And then this was all through Droll and Lockbird as well. So that was that combo there. Again, Dugars is just depending. You have to ask your head judge and how they want to roll that Dugars play. But I put a monster in graveyard just to make sure that we can still trigger the Dugars, to just kind of show you the combo there. So that is it for this combo. Now let's get into my 5-card hand combo. Alrighty, now on to the 5-card combo kind of thing. So I want to draw a sample 5-card hand. So I'm going to shuffle up a little bit here. I already drew 5 cards. That's why you can see Droll and Lockbird on screen, but I just put it back into the deck. We're going to shuffle this a little bit up and then draw 5 cards and see what we can play with this hand. 4, 5. Oh, that's 6. Sorry. Put Foolish Barrel back. You could not count there. Okay. Interesting ass hand here. We already drew Black Sheep. We already have Wolf. Oh my god. That's fucking wild as fuck. And we have Fua as a hand trap. So we'll go Foolish Barrel Goods here. I always like to dump the trap here and then just not trigger the trap since we already have playable. And we just keep this as, if we get hand trap, we can keep playing kind of thing. We can null summon Goldio here. Effect to search. I'm not going to do the Black Sheep effect because we can use the Graveyard effect to add back stuff as well. So that's not even that bad, to be honest with you. We will go Silverhound. It's always Silverhound here. Add and then discard Silverhound. Go Silverhound effect here. And now if we get Drolled, we can still play because we already drew Wolf as well. Oh my god, we drew Wolf. This hand was interesting as fuck. So we can like dump a Tiger off of this. I would probably do that, to be honest with you. So now we can go effect of Gold or Chick, dumping Tiger to the graveyard, and then go effective Goldio, add back Tiger, which is very insane because we already have Black Sheep. Black Sheep effect, we'll just go ahead and search for polymerization. There he is. We still have the trap, which is very insane. So if we ever get interrupted at a certain point, we can still play our game. This was a very nice hand. This is the reason why I wanted to show you a 5-card hand, because this deck gets better if it has multiple engine cards in hand, because it becomes a lot more resilient. So that's the reason why I didn't want to show off just the 1-card combos. I wanted to show off this combos as well. But now we can just activate polymerization here, using these two to go ahead and search Perfume Dancer, and go Perfume Dancer effect, and then Kaleido effect to add back Poly from graveyard as well. Don't forget that effect. This I will just add Perfume to hand, and then Kaleido add back polymerization here. Now we can go Perfume, bring back Chick here, then go, we can go Perfume effect, discarding Fua to special out Emerald, or we can special Yellow Martin. Yellow Martin's actually perfectly fine as well. Now we can go activate Tiger. Tiger, bring back Black Sheep. And actually, no. We'll keep the Tiger. Actually, we can go no. If we no. We want to do this. We want to go Tiger. We'll bring back Black Sheep, and then we'll go Perfume, bounce back Tiger. Then we go Chick effect here. We should have done this first, by the way. Always do this first. I don't know why I didn't do it first. Do this first just so you can play around Nibiru. We dump Leo. Now we can go Poly here, using 1, 2, 3, 4, making Liger Dancer. Go Martin, Chainlink 1, Black Sheep, Chainlink 2, adding back, I guess Goldio is fine, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do that. Add Goldio to hand, and then we get Yellow Martin to get Masquerade here. My god, this hand is fucking insane right now. I'm sorry. Now we can go Tiger again. Tiger, bring back Chick. Then go effect of Yellow Martin, bounce back Tiger to hand. and then go overlay these for Boguska. Yeah, we're going to go Wolf first, though. I probably should dump off of this. We'll just dump the Panther Dancer that we have in the extra deck. Again, this could be a second Leo as well, but we don't necessarily need it for this combo. Now go Wolf effect here, banishing the Leo, the Black Sheep, the Panther Dancer, or the Leo Dancer, and the Panther Dancer. Special out a second Liger Dancer here. I probably played this a little bit wrong, I'm not going to lie with you. Because now we don't have a spell trap negate, which is what I really wanted to do, is get to a spell trap negate. It's still fine. We can still do it like this. We overlay these two into a... oh, actually, we could have done so much. Now that I'm thinking about it, we can go Boguska. I'm going to keep it there because I fucked up, so keep that like that. But we could have gone Masquerade, dumping Emerald Bird, summon back, or we'll link off... fuck, we could have... No, we go Tiger, bring back Silverhound, link off Chick, and that go into a Cross Sheep. Go Tiger, or go into an IP, actually, which would have been nice. We go to IP, then Tiger, bring back the Chick that we linked off, then go to a Boguska play. And then we could have banished the Emerald Bird, kept the Fusion, and have a Spell Trap negate. Wow, this could have been so much better. Holy shit. But that's still an insane endfield, by the way. Double Liger Dancer Boguska is fucking insane. And we could have had more if I actually played it correctly. We could have had IP here, plus IP, and then we could have kept a Fusion in Graveyard for a Spell Trap negate as well. This is the reason why I wanted to show off like a 5-card combo, because that was an insane... our hand was all engine except for Fua, which was nice, but that was just insane. We were pretty resilient against any hand trap too. Like, we could have played through so much there, which was very insane. That's the reason why I wanted to show off that combo. And it could have been better. Again, it should have been an IP on field plus a... spell trap negate, because we would have dumped Emerald Bird and stuff like that. So it could have been better, but this is still very insane. I don't know how you're breaking this field. And we have follow-up in the hand as well, which is very insane. But yeah, good thing I showed you that combo. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more content on the channel. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.